What's up, my family? Listen, first-time listener, or you've been here the whole damn time. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, giddy up, let's go, enjoy the clip, no notes.
And the one thing I'll say why it's successful to me is you both know my love for not my love for Bama, but because I don't have a college football team, but if there's a team I watch a lot and it's them, because obviously it's 5-star.
Most highly drafted, successful program in the last decade. So,
and the guy they're coming from, these guys are winners there. They're winners, and not just like fraudulent winners where you're there once and you win one. Not fraudulent, but you know what I mean. They're always there, and Saban's up in asses there, up in asses from day one. You walk on campus, up in your ass, and I think that accountability matters. And I think by the time guys get to the pros, they almost know what it takes to be a pro because he don't deal with nothing. And I think that's a credit to why he's not only these players that he get are 5 stars, but not all 5-star recruits end up being hits at college, better yet hits in the pros. And the guys he runs through there continuous hits in the pros, right? Because they have a culture of winning. They're coming from 4 years of it.
Urban Meyer said that on the broadcast when NFL Network had him on there, because one of the guys asked, "Hey, you seem to go heavy, high-profile school." And he goes, yeah, because I don't have to teach them how to come to a meeting on time, how to get this out of a meeting. They already know that. He's like, it's kind of the same thing when you recruit a kid from a bad high school. You have to teach them how to work out, how to do this, how to come to meetings, how to be on time. He goes, from a high-profile program, either high school or college, those kids already have it ingrained. So, Tommy, you're exactly right. These guys coming out of these high-end, big-time college football programs already understand the necessity of the little details, right? Understand that you're competing literally walking in the door.
Yeah, absolutely are. And even for a place like that, it's even it's even twofold. It just becomes even more because everybody is. Not that everybody isn't in other schools, but everybody is. Mm-hmm. It's everybody wants to go there especially for certain positions. Right, and I think having them two types of guys when you're trying to build a winning organization again, I think it's important, and I think it's important to have workers. And I might be wrong, but was he one of their offensive captains too?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
So he's one of their offensive captains, and and the other guy's a flat out pimp. The other guy's a flat out pimp, the best route runner in the draft. Right, maybe the best hands in the draft, and that's what a guy like Ja'Marr Chase in the draft, right? That's how much I love Devontae Smith. Is that Ja'Marr Chase? I don't dislike, but I have him second because that's how good I think this kid is, and that doesn't mean Chase isn't going to be a stud. You know what I mean? It's just that's how high I got this guy. He's a can't miss. Like Wilson, if he just stays healthy, it's a can't miss.
I'm going to disagree with the poll. I don't think it was unsuccessful though. I like the Devonta pick. Listen. Everyone seemed to know that they had 4 targets here. The other 3 were gone. So you go up and you get your guy. I'm always a fan of that move. You go up and you get your guy. So I like the Devonta pick. Am I nervous that he's 160 fucking pounds? Yes, I am. But I like the pick. He's explosive. Everyone's seen him make plays. Fucking first half of the national championship game, no one could touch the motherfucker. So, I'm happy. Landon Dickerson, first round talent, can play guard or center very well. Probably can play tackle if you need to. We're not gonna need him to, but guard and center very well. I love the kid. I think he's a great pick. I think he's a great player. The injury history bothers me, and it should bother everyone. 4 major injuries, 2 ACLs. He fits right in. Drop him right in the O-line. He fits. Guys with great talent that get hurt a lot. That's our O-line. So we'll see. If he can stay healthy, it could be a great pick. That's a big if. It's a very big if. And to me, there's defenders on the board I'd rather have in that spot. But I like the kid, and if he's healthy, it is a great pick. And like you said, Tommy, you gotta protect Jalen. Jalen's your guy. You gotta protect him. So now Milton, 3rd round. I don't know much about him. I think anyone tells you that they do know much about him, they're probably fucking lying to you. Louisiana Tech, not on a lot. I like the fact that he's a strong guy, 500-pound bench presser. Looks like, according to Mel liked him, whatever that means. But Mel seemed to like him. I don't know. Jury's out. It seemed like kind of a reach, kind of a project pick. So I don't know. But like you said, we don't really have a whole lot of in the rotation there behind Fletcher and Hargrave. And Hargrave didn't play great last year. So hopefully he can come in and make some plays. Because, again, that's a spot that I probably would have went corner. And then you go Zach McPherson, right?
Not Zach.
No,
Not Zach.
Zach. I love the fact that he's got an Eagles jersey all ready to go and he's got it on. Love that out of the kid. Can he actually play? I don't know. Big 12 corners, not something I usually go after. The fact that he couldn't hack it at Penn State and went to Texas Tech, I mean, I didn't see people like, oh, I watched him at Penn State. Did you? Because he didn't play on the field. So I don't know where you watch him. You watch him still on the fucking sideline, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know much about him. And a 4th round corner, I'm not up in arms with. We can't draft fucking 1st and 2nd round corners. I think we're going to draft a 4th rounder. No chance. So, and then the rest of the draft, I don't know. We're drafting DNs, but we're saying they're linebackers. I don't fucking know. We got a running back that people seem to like, but he's another fucking small guy. Howie's got a fucking favorite, He's another small guy. Darren Sproles, fucking receiver out of the backfield type. I know Chuck's jerked off. Everyone's happy. I don't know. I don't know much about Kenneth. Hopefully he plays well. I know he sat out last year. Maybe he goes higher if he doesn't sit out. So maybe a little bit of a steal there.
I disagreed at a poll. What I will give Howie credit for is the way he did play the board early, right? You traded back. You had a sense of sitting there knowing you wanted Pitts or Chase at 6, knowing they weren't going to be there, trade back to 12, seeing you needed to jump the Giants to get Smith, and you went back up, didn't give up much, still have your potential 3 first-round picks next year and still got your guy. I like that. After seeing how the draft played out, I probably would have wished you would have went Parsons first, though. If you would have went Smith and then took a legit linebacker later on, I'm kumbaya on picks 1 and 2. The Dickerson pick, after thinking about it, doesn't really bother me that much just because that's the Eagles' MO of taking a lineman. I really like it. Again, though, I said this, I think, on Friday night on the show. Those first 2 picks to me are always are hamster wheel picks because we screwed up the previous year. Right? So it's like we're going back to the same well where we could have gone somewhere else. Right? We didn't draft a center in the 3rd round. We traded with Dallas last year to let them take the center. And we, of course, took Jalen Reagor instead of either Patrick Queen or Justin Jefferson. One of the 2, right? So now you make up for them. Cool. I get it. Make up for it. You got 2 studs there. Hopefully they both can stay healthy. More or less Dickerson on that, right? And then the rest of the draft, this isn't more or less about the kids and the players we draft. It's just what we drafted. They're all the same things we already kind of have, right? We didn't invest in an actual linebacker. We invested in a bunch of kids that probably fit better at linebacker, but we haven't so far been able to develop any of those types of guys, right? That safety that's probably more of a linebacker. That DN that's probably more of a linebacker.
New regime, though, Greg, I will say.
Agreed.
Regime.
And we kept going back to the defensive line. The defensive line makes up 29% of our salary cap. So we're going back to the same spot where we spend all of our money in free agency and with our current guys. I get the depth isn't there that we want, but that's why we sign these high-priced guys so that we don't need that much depth when we ignore other positions. So that's the big thing to me. Has nothing really to do with who we drafted or when we drafted them. Yes, there are other guys that maybe you would have rather had, but it's more just it's the same old shit from Howie Roseman.
This team went corners before in the draft, and both of them 2 corners that they took 2nd and 3rd round picks aren't even on the roster anymore, and they're successful somewhere else. So that, that's also another slap in the face. Then not saying them guys are hits, but they're better than any 2nd corner on this football team.
Absolutely.
Rasul Douglas and Sidney Jones are better than any 2nd, or better than Avonte Maddox playing the outside.
I mean, Avonte Maddox we've seen is a slot corner. He's had any success he's had in the slot. He hasn't had on the outside. So that's why, to me, it's a head scratcher when you draft Zach McPherson, who seems like a slot corner to me.
Yep.
So that's a head scratcher. I would have thought that you would have tried to go like, to me, the Milton Williams pick. Again, I don't know much about the kid. I like the kid's power. It seems like a lot of guys like this kid, like a lot of the analysts that have done studies on him really liked him. I don't know much about him. Looks like he's a strong, powerful kid, but I would have went corner there. There's corners there that were available. I think that's what Donahue was so mad about, is that he wanted to go corner there. I know a lot of people were upset about Asante Samuel Jr. in the second round. To me, I wouldn't have won Asante Samuel Jr. There's a couple other corners I had higher than him. I think he's more of a slot corner too. I think he develops more as a slot corner in the NFL. But there's guys that were there in the third round. So this Milton Williams, he better be a player, because there was guys that were there that could have been an outside corner, maybe day one.
Sorry, I got the draft on again, and just seeing Jigger go to 52 to the Browns hurts my soul. Like, it just hurts my soul. Like, they're like, I like, how Baker is one of my kids, but it's like they continue to get better and better on defense. They you know what I mean, for a team that couldn't draft worth of shit. Andrew Berry, a former Howie Roseman fucking disciple, seems to not have a problem going that way.
Yeah,
so,
he'll take issue. He'll go off the board.
I mean, I don't know. You just watch his highlights again and just like knock people's heads off, and I just don't understand like where you think he can't. How this guy, worst case.
Is that the Owasu dude?
Yeah, use all your picks.
Calling Joker.
Use all your picks the rest of the draft and go back up and get him. Then you know what I mean. Use every damn pick you have. You can have the rest of my draft to get back into the second round. And the rest of my draft. Who wants it? That's what I would have got on the phone and said. And then people bitched and moaned at the presser. I would tell them to kiss my ass. I got 3 day one starters. Kiss my ass. That's what I would say. That's why they'll give me a GM job.
Kiss my ass, kiss his ass, kiss your ass.
Then I'll call all three and say, you better be able to play.
Yeah. If you can't play, you're out.
If you can't play, I'm out too. So let's go here. Giddy up, let's go.
Overall, I feel like there's 3 guys who are going to play year one. Or sorry, 4. I believe there's 4 guys, maybe 5, that have to play year one here. You go 1 through 5 straight to the board. They're all going to get snaps year one. The only guy who maybe not is Landon, but I think he still gets snaps.
Yeah, there's a good chance that he beats out Seumalo, I'd say.
He said he was ready to go on the phone. Now that could be just, you just drafted me in the second round. I got to sell this, then I'm good to go.
Nobody's going to say like, "Hey, coach,
well, he'll be good to go by
coach. I need a couple months."
Coach, yeah. Well, you got me. Like, I want to tell you I'm ready to go.
But
give me
that cartwheel I did at Mac Jones's pro day, tweak something.
I'll see you.
Like, you guys know how I feel about Jalen Hurts, right? I love his toughness. I love that he's a competitor. I love that he stuck it out at Bama for that year, right? They didn't have to. I just love the way he handled the situation.
Absolutely.
I love all
we
that.
all agree. Absolutely.
But like the one thing I want to really rally around, and this is me Kool-Aiding it up, right? Like I can't drink any.
Kumbaya, Tommy.
Yeah, I can't drink any more Kool-Aid than I'm drinking right this minute. Okay, is that I've been like joking around critical of Sirianni and rock paper scissors and other things, right? But like I got 3 guys that talk about center, quarterback, wide receiver. That went to a school that I've been begging you to go to. Now, I didn't ask you to go there last year for that. I did not ask you to go like from a great Oklahoma guy, but it's really a Bama guy. Let's be real. That's a Bama guy, really. But that's how you start at least building a team that has a great locker room, right? And has kids that are coming there ready to work. Like the one thing I'll say is like when Carson first took over here, the greatest thing we heard was first guy in, last guy to leave. We were literally 6 to fucking midnight. We go, fucking jerking each other off, right? We were all like, give me yours for a minute, right? Because we couldn't hear it enough.
Give me yours for a minute. Wow. Tom's over here skiing.
Dutch runner. I'm not touching yours.
It's not gay. You work your arm, work. We're not touching each other's dicks. Double Dutch Rudder. What a great movie.
Right.